Have you ever watched someone lean over a broken machine, a flickering lamp, or a stalled engine, and felt like you were witnessing a form of silent communication? There is a specific kind of person who doesn't just look at a broken object, they listen to it. While the rest of us see a frustrating pile of junk, they see a puzzle that is waiting to be solved. This isn't just a practical skill or a mechanical knack. It is a profound, often overlooked form of intelligence that tells us more about the human mind than any standardized test ever could. We live in a world that has largely forgotten the art of repair. We are conditioned to discard what is broken and replace it with something new, something faster, something that hasn't yet failed us. But the person who can fix anything refuses this narrative. They possess a psychological resilience that allows them to face chaos and say, "I can bring order back to this." This mindset is the ultimate antidote to the helplessness that so many of us feel in our increasingly complex digital lives. To understand this intelligence, we have to look at how these people actually think. It begins with a unique form of observation. Most people look at a problem and see the result. The car won't start, the sink is leaking, the computer is frozen. But the fixer looks at the system. They see the relationships between parts, the flow of energy, and the subtle signs of friction. They aren't just looking for what is wrong, they are looking for how things are supposed to be right. This systemic thinking is a high-level cognitive function that bridges the gap between the abstract and the physical. Interestingly, cognitive scientists often refer to this as embodied cognition. This is the idea that our intelligence isn't just trapped inside our skulls. It is distributed throughout our bodies and the tools we use. When a master mechanic holds a wrench, the brain actually begins to treat that tool as an extension of the hand itself. Studies using neuroimaging have shown that the somatosensory cortex, the part of the brain that maps our body, literally expands to include the tool. For the person who can fix anything, the world isn't a collection of separate objects. It is an extension of their own physical being. I've often noticed that the best fixers possess a quality that I call tactile empathy. They have a deep, intuitive sense of material and force. They know exactly how much pressure to apply before a screw strips or the specific sound a gear makes when it's misaligned. This isn't something you can learn from a manual. It is what researchers call tacit knowledge, information that is so deeply embedded in experience that it becomes almost impossible to put into words. It is a physical manifestation of mindfulness, a complete presence in the moment where the boundary between the person and the object begins to blur. There is also a surprising link between manual repair and mental health. Engaging in complex, hands-on problem-solving has been shown to trigger the release of dopamine in a way that passive consumption never can. It's a phenomenon known as effort-driven reward. When we use our hands to change the physical world, our brain receives a powerful signal of agency and competence. This is why many people find that fixing a broken appliance can be more therapeutic than an hour of traditional relaxation. It grounds us in a reality that we can actually control. There is also a deep emotional intelligence at play here. Fixing something requires a tremendous amount of patience and a high tolerance for frustration. When you are deep into a repair and a part breaks or a solution fails, most people would give up. But the fixer stays. They have a quiet confidence in their ability to navigate through the unknown. This ability to stay regulated in the face of failure is a psychological superpower. It is the definition of grit, and it is what allows them to eventually find the breakthrough that everyone else missed. In my opinion, we should stop calling these people handy and start calling them philosophers of the material world. They understand a fundamental truth that many of us have lost, that everything is connected and that everything can be restored if you are willing to understand its nature. They don't just fix objects, they fix our relationship with reality. They remind us that we are not just passive consumers in a world of ready-made solutions, but active participants who have the power to shape and heal our environment. Furthermore, there is a fascinating concept in psychology called functional fixedness. This is a cognitive bias that limits a person to using an object only in the way it is traditionally intended to be used. Most people see a paperclip and only see a way to hold paper. But a fixer sees a potential conductor, a reset button pusher, or a temporary hinge. By breaking through functional fixedness, these individuals demonstrate a level of creative divergent thinking that is usually associated with great artists and inventors. They are, in every sense, creators working in reverse. My advice to you is to find something broken in your own life. Not a relationship or a career, but a physical object, and try to fix it. Don't look for a YouTube tutorial right away. Just sit with it, look at it, try to understand why it's not doing what it was designed to do. In that process of looking and trying, you will discover a part of your own intelligence that has likely been dormant. You will find a sense of agency that no purchase can ever provide. You will realize that you too have the capacity to bring order back to the world. There is a quiet dignity in the act of repair. It is a way of honoring the past and taking responsibility for the future. The person who can fix anything is a guardian of that dignity. They are the ones who keep the world running when the rest of us are ready to throw it away. And perhaps by watching them and learning from them, we can start to fix the things within ourselves that have been broken for far too long. If you found value in this exploration of the hidden mind, I'd love to have you with us. Here at MindGlow, we dive deep into the psychology of the everyday to find the wisdom that helps us grow. Subscribe and stay with us as we continue to uncover the light in the most unexpected places. Thank you for being here.